Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's stream. So we're basically going to be talking about just kind of what's going on in cryptocurrency, and as always, if you guys have anything you want to hear about, talk about, see on the channel, feel free to leave a comment in the live chat. I'm always interested to see what you guys are more interested in here on the channel, because I can always come up with what I think is going to be a good, topic, but hearing what you guys want to see is a lot better as well. So, we don't have too much planned for these kind of streams. It's more just kind of seeing what everybody wants to talk about, but we can definitely get in, kind of start off by talking about Bitcoin prices, Ethereum prices, stuff like that. So, we can see Bitcoin's down a little bit today, which, isn't crazy concerning, at least to me, because, with where Bitcoin has been going the last few days, we've seen highs that we haven't seen in the past few months, and it totally makes sense that we would see a little bit of pullback on Bitcoin's price overall, because with the jump that we had over the last 24 to 48 hours, a lot of people are going to want to take some profits. You can see going into the week chart here, you can see it jumped up and then kind of traded and then fell down a little bit and then was up pretty high in just a day. On August 13th we started the day around 46,000 and finishing around 48, just below on August 14th, and then it fell down a day after that, which makes complete sense, people taking some profits. But, that completely is, to be expected, and I think it's part of the healthy cycle of Bitcoin going up in price. And like we talked about in the last stream, we did see Bitcoin, start to head up and then fall off again, and I talked about how I think it's going to continue to go up and then start to, kind of come back down maybe for a day or two. And Hamza, welcome. Nice to see you here. If you have anything you want to talk about or hear about, definitely leave a chat. I'm more than happy to try and get to it. So far, looks like you and one other person are here. So, if you have anything you want to hear about, definitely let me know. But Ethereum here, and hope you make some good profit in BTT. Well, hey, I hope you make some good profit as well, whether you've got BTT or not. We can definitely take a look here and see where it's at, because I know it's up a little bit from where it's been, but I would like to see it go back up towards the 1 cent range. That would be really nice. But I got the majority of the BTT I got was around half a cent, so we're still a little bit below that. But hey, I think BTT's got a lot of potential to continue going up here over time as we continue to see crypto move in the upward direction, which I think we're still going to see a really good bull run for the final few months of this year. It might not really kick into high gear until September or October, but we're halfway through August already, and if you've been around watching some of the videos, I predicted that we would be starting to see this movement by August and September. So we're right on schedule, and these little bit of pullbacks, this more red day that we had today in the market shouldn't be concerning to anybody, at least in my opinion. But yeah, definitely Tron and BTT, those are really good ones to hold on to, especially if you got Tron at a good price, because 9 cents is still I think pretty undervalued for the technology that Tron has behind it. So I think we could easily see 50 cents to $1 for Tron. It definitely has a lot of, money to come into the crypto market before we see that. But, they're a really good potential coin, I think. They've got a lot of good use cases behind them, which is important in crypto now. Now more than ever, because, with how these new coins are just popping up and things like that, the use cases are what's going to get people to stick around and really invest a good amount of money into different coins like this. So, but yeah, we saw Ethereum come down a little bit here. Obviously, right around what Bitcoin has, about 1.2%, little over. But definitely still, like I said, healthy to see that up a little bit and then down, up, down, and you just got to hope that on the next up it goes higher than it was before, and then on the next down it doesn't go quite as low. So I think we'll definitely start to see that happening over time. And with with how Ethereum is burning so much coin, I think we're really going to start to see Ethereum go up in value, pretty decently because it's only been out for, just over a week, EIP 1559 here, and we've burned over $144 million from the Ethereum network, which 44,000 Ethereum is, a lot, but in comparison to Ethereum's circulating supply here, 117,107,210, not a ton has been really removed out of the circulating supply. So as we start to see crypto go up, I think Ethereum will be a good leader in, moving prices in the right direction. But, that's just my opinion. And like I said, EIP 1559, I thought we would see a little bit more of a dip beforehand, as miners, sold off their Ethereum, as in they don't support it anymore. But I think what we're actually seeing is more people, crypto markets starting to go back up again like it did earlier this year. I think we're going to start to see more people realize that even though the Ethereum mining profit isn't as high as it once was or once could be, that mining Ethereum is still really good, especially now that they're burning it. So the price is just going to keep going up, and that's going to get people to start buying more Ethereum too. So I think it's definitely I think it did end up being a good update. Of course, I was an Ethereum miner and still am, but looking at the EIP 1559 dashboard here, once it loads here, you can see. This is the burn fees chart, a very steady climbing here. August 5th, 1233 here to, let's see, August 6th at 1253. Something around there was about 4,700 Ethereum a day. So that's a good amount of Ethereum to be burned every single day. And of course, that's going to, fluctuate over time, as people use Ethereum and stuff like that. So, it's definitely, I think it's going to end up being a good thing for Ethereum overall, and it's really going to start to make its price move up, which, hey, even if you're not making as much in, Ethereum each block you mine, if the price is going up, you should still be pretty happy. At least that's how I look at it. But, Hamza, you said, what other coins do I recommend after Ethereum? Because I'm still mining Ethereum, and there are other coins which are more profitable I saw on what to mine. Now that's kind of interesting. I have not been on what to mine here in, a couple days, but let's see here. If I just put on a 580, calculate. Okay, so it's still popping up as Ethereum being most profitable on like a 580. What card were you using on what to mine? Because unless it was something that was less than 4 gigabytes of memory, I would think the Ethereum should still be up there, top, one to mine with here. But, yeah, so like the 3060, which has that hash rate limiter, Ethereum's way down here because it's actually more profitable to mine Raven coin. And, Raven coin, I think, is going to be the next big mining coin. I think when Ethereum 2.0 officially comes out and it's all POS, no more POW for Ethereum, that Raven coin is going to be the new coin to mine. 3070s. Okay, let me see here. Calculate. That's really interesting. Yeah, that's actually really interesting. So you're making about 7 cents more. Okay, even before or after Pi, you're making about 7 cents more mining this Ergo coin. That's actually really interesting. I don't know much about the Ergo coin or the project, but if you're mining that coin, I would say look at it like this. Are you in cryptocurrency because you think it's going to go up and you're doing it as an investment? Or are you mining to try and just make money and, cash out, recoup your investment, and make as much money as possible? If you're trying to make as much money as possible, mine the most profitable coin in US dollars or, whatever your currency is. Whatever your fiat currency is, mine whichever one is the highest. Because if you're in it just for the money, as soon as you get paid within the, that day or, even a few hours, you should be withdrawing it into cash, fiat currency. If you're mining because you think the coin's going to go up or you're trying to invest and, you're maybe a little bit more worried about just buying it straight up, then mine the coin that you think has the most potential to make money. Mine the coin that you think has the most potential to triple and quadruple and 10x and 100x. If you think Ethereum is gonna, 10x between now and, however long you're willing to hold it, keep mining Ethereum. If you think this Ergo coin's gonna 10x, keep mining that one, because it shouldn't matter. If you thought that maybe mining this Fyro coin here at 377 versus 468, you're giving up almost $1 a day. If you think this one has a better chance to 100x over Ravencoin or Ethereum or Ergo, then mine that coin. It's all gonna be kind of coming up with what you want to risk. Do you think that this, I'm just using Fyro as an example, I don't know anything about it here, but do you think Fyro has a good enough chance to give up $1 a day at 100xing rather than taking that extra $1 a day and maybe Ethereum doubles? So that's kind of what you got to look at. And a lot of people always jump on the coin that's the most profitable, but really, if you don't think that coin's going to do anything, if you think the coin's just going to sit at the price that it's at or right around it, there's no point in mining it to just hold on to it. You would just be mining to sell it, get your investment back, and then, take profits. That's kind of how I look at it. So hopefully that kind of helps you out with that question there, but that's kind of my thoughts on it. But looks like we have 4 people online here, so if you're new to this kind of stream here on Bitcoin Tips, what we do is just, if you have any questions, comments, things you want to talk about, see on the channel, leave a live chat, and we talk about, what you guys are more interested in, versus the pre-recorded videos, which are, more what I think the channel would, like to see. So if there's topics in cryptocurrency or technology that you'd like to see more videos on, definitely let me know, and I can always work on that. Always looking to improve the channel and make it more interesting for the viewers. So again, thank you so much for showing up. I do appreciate it, and if you have anything you want to talk about, leave a chat. Hamza said I'm doing both holding and cashing out. It's like 70-30, 70% holding and 30% cashing out. And that's a perfect that's a perfect way to go about it, because a lot of people will either just cash out 100% or hold 100%. That way is really sustainable, where you're still holding, what you believe in. And, if you believe crypto's gonna go up and whatever coin you're mining is gonna go up, holding on to a good majority of it is a good strategy. But you also want to pay off the computer hardware that you've purchased. 3070s, I would love to get some 3070s if I could even find them, at a reasonable price. I'll say that, because, they're on eBay. But, then you can not only recoup your investment, but eventually build up to, expand your mining operations. So that's what I think. I think that's a really good strategy. And, again, it's really going to come down to, do you want to be holding Ethereum? And do you think Ethereum's going to do really well and keep going up to where it would be worth it to hold it? Or would you rather mine something like Ravencoin, or, something even lower on this list here, like Beam? Would you rather mine Beam, take a, over $1 a day hit in your, actual production of, currency, in hopes that it, quadruples and triples or whatever it goes with? Because, Ethereum's up in value already. Looking right now, Ethereum is trading at $3,257. We'll just make it easy, a round number. For Ethereum to double, it would have to get, a market cap of over, what is that, $600 billion, almost what that would be that would almost be $800 billion into Ethereum. And that $800 billion is a huge amount of money to go into cryptocurrency overall, let alone one coin. Whereas for something like Ravencoin, RVN here, well, not M, Ravencoin has a market cap of $1 billion. or 1.4 billion. I could easily see $1.5 billion coming into cryptocurrency and going into Ravencoin, meaning that it would double in price, assuming that the circulating supply stayed the same. And I know there's a lot of factors about that, so, it's a lot easier for Ravencoin to double than triple. then quadruple, and so on. Versus Ethereum, for it to double, a lot has happened in the crypto space. But 66 SKIT, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you here. You asked, can I predict about Shiba coin? And then Low Roller said you also heard Webull added Shiba Inu. I was not aware that Webull added it, but that's really good news. And going back to 66's comment here, Shiba Inu. I think Shiba Inu has a good potential of, being the next Dogecoin. And I say that quote unquote the next Dogecoin because it's so cheap. You can acquire a lot of them, very quickly and easily. And it's got a good following. They actually have a lot of good use cases behind it, Shiba Swap, stuff like that. And it's very easy for people to get into. So I think, if Bitcoin started going up and all that, I think we can easily see, Shiba hitting, maybe, it's hard to say, I think we could easily get the, down to 3 zeros and a 1 here. I maybe even get to, 9 or 10 here, meaning that we're down to two zeros. It would be a tenth of a penny. I think for that to happen, we need to burn a lot of this. That's a huge circulating supply, so the market cap would be huge if it did go up in value like Dogecoin did. So I think we have to burn some first, but I think it's still something that would be very possible to have happen. And with that being said, I would say if you are looking to invest in a cryptocurrency that could make you a lot of money really fast, Shiba Inu would be a high coin that I would recommend. It's a higher risk, but it's a bigger reward. And even then, I think the risk with Shiba is still pretty low. You're only investing, if you invest $100, you're going to end up with, close to 10 million Shiba Inu. Now, not everybody has $100 to throw at it. So if you were throwing $50 at it, 5 million Shiba Inu for it to go up, if you think Shiba is going to go up to a penny, 5 million times 0.01, that's $50,000 off of a $50 investment right around where it's at. Will Shiba go to a penny? I have no idea. But with that kind of risk, you're risking $50 at the potential. If you think it's going to go to 1 cent, 50,000. If you think it's going to go to 1/10 of a cent, 5,000. So, it's all what you're looking to risk. And I think Shiba, I have Shiba Inu. I've been mining Shiba Inu on Mineable through, mining Ethereum, and then it converts it over for me. I've got quite a bit of it, and, I think it has potential to go up. How high, I don't really know. We saw earlier, when it was, this year, May 13th of 2021, Shiba was up here. All right, let's minimize that. Up here right around 0.002. So, if we could get this back to a 2, that would be its all-time high. So, that would be really good. You would, kind of get close to, you would double in price, so you would double your investment. So, it's kind of a speculative coin. I think it's got a lot of potential, like I said, with the Shiba swap, and the team is really active around it. So I think there's a good potential that Shiba will go up. Just, how high is going to be the question. So, I think if they start getting a good burn going, similar to EIP 1559, I think we could see, a good amount of these coins burned and the price really start increasing. So, but, you said Webull added Shiba, which is really interesting. Here's how to get Shiba Inu for free. So yeah, it looks like you can actually get token 3-digit gains in single days will be distributed amongst users. So using the Crypto.com app. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So, definitely, this article was from, early, May. So, once they add it, they've got it added on their site here. You can actually purchase Shiba Inu through the, stock trading app Webull. So, we're getting more adoption, in mainstream finance for Shiba Inu. So this happened with Dogecoin, and we saw Dogecoin hit 75 cents. Since then, of course, it's fallen down, but so has Shiba from its 0.00002. We start to see more mass adoption of Shiba. I think we could really start to see it hit that, we could really start to see it hit new highs. Now, again, I don't know what that would be. It's kind of hard to put it into words just because of, how many zeros there are in the thousands and hundred thousands of a penny, but it's possible, and I think we could see it happen as more people adopt it. Low Roller, you said you heard Dogemon NFT games for Dogecoin. It's like Pokemon Go. Yes, I have heard about that. I saw they had a beta for the apps. I have not gotten the app yet, but once it's, mainstream, I don't know if it's out yet. I saw it maybe 3 or 4 days ago, and it was in a beta, so it wasn't actually on the App Store yet. But once it's on the App Store, I'll definitely do some videos on it. But, again, I haven't checked back since, a few days ago, so maybe it's out. But definitely really cool. But Low Roller, you said Webull add more new coins already, but Robinhood didn't add any new coins yet. And, that's an interesting comment. Robinhood's had a lot of mixed news and mixed reviews. A lot of that came from the GameStop and AMC, kind of short squeeze with, the traditional stocks. And Robinhood made some, in my opinion, questionable decisions on stopping trading. My opinion is if I have money on there and there isn't a major system outage or a major, world event going on that's causing the markets to be closed, I should be able to trade as long as it's a publicly traded company. They, said, we're not going to trade and all that. So they've had some mixed news. And I think Webull, hasn't had as much of that mixed news, and they can get into coins like this a little easier. Or it could be, completely unrelated, and they might just be willing to take more risk. The way I look at it, if I was a financial trading platform like Webull or Robinhood or anything like that, getting into crypto, yes, it's a big commitment, but the more coins that you have, the more users you can attract. Shiba's a big, meme coin. It's got a lot of big meme community, following around it. That's a lot of users that you can attract to your site, and whatever your fees are, you can charge those fees. If it's 0.1%, if it's 0.01%, whatever it is, that's more money that you're making on your site because you adopted a new coin. So definitely cool. But Jackson, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you here. As he said, put 1,000 into SafeMoon. That's a lot. I wouldn't even put that much into Shiba. That's my opinion, but I think Shiba's a lot more safe than SafeMoon. SafeMoon's, I looked into it a little bit, and I decided to stay away from it, but hey, we all have our own reasons, and I certainly hope that it works out for you. I always hope that anyone makes money with whatever cryptos they're investing in. So, everybody's got their own, process for deciding what to invest in. But, again, it looks like we've got 8 people here, so if you guys have anything you want to talk about or hear about on the channel, make sure to leave a live chat, and we so far have been able to get to everybody's chats. So, Low Roller, you said it's available on Apple Store now, Dogemon, so I'll have to check it out. I did not know it was available, and yeah, definitely do some videos on it. But Low Roller, you said look into IOTX and QTUM coins since it got listed on Coinbase Pro this week. Let's take a look here. Okay, yeah, so I recognize this label here. Is this like Quantum Coin or something? I was not aware that it got listed on Coinbase Pro. I don't have a Coinbase Pro account, but, Dogecoin was listed on Coinbase Pro, and I'm not sure if it's on the regular Coinbase yet. But, yeah, these coins like this, the ones that are kind of getting picked and chosen now for like Coinbase Pro or Webull or Robinhood, things like that, those are going to be the coins that you'd want to be holding before that announcement is made. Unfortunately, with, a coin like QTUM, I see that it did spike up a little bit, but, it's hard to say why because the entire crypto market's kind of gone up a lot in the last few days. I would say if you aren't already holding these coins, I would not buy them just because they were listed on a new exchange like Coinbase Pro. If they were going to, if it might spike up in the day or, week coming after that announcement, but it's going to settle back down. Just being listed on a new exchange is not going to allow a coin to continue to hold value. And I think, just buying into a coin based off the sole information that it was listed on a new exchange is not a good investment. If you think the coin, you do your research and, it looks good, it's getting adopted on new exchanges and stuff like that, then yeah, of course, invest. But I would do a lot more research behind it than just saying, oh, it was listed on Coinbase Pro, or, oh, Weeble's going to put it on their site, or, Robinhood's going to put it out there, or there's, something like that. But that's my thoughts on it. And then, yeah, you said SafeMoon is very risky. And like I said, Jackson, if you're still here, I'd certainly hope that it works out for you. But, I will not be investing in SafeMoon. I'll put it like that. So, and 66 said, what's your prediction about Litecoin at the end of this year? Litecoin, I think Litecoin is one of those ones. Let's see here. Yeah, we're trying to get back to the heat map here. So Litecoin. Litecoin is one of those coins that, again, up there with Ethereum, that I think is super undervalued. I do have Litecoin. I'll, say that. I think we could easily see $1,000 to, maybe $5,000 Litecoin. There's a lot of Litecoin out there circulating. It's got a fairly large market cap already. But, if we started seeing Bitcoin go into the six figures and, Ethereum hitting 10,000, I think $1,000 Litecoin is very obtainable. I think realistically, if everything kind of pans out the way I'm hoping it does and the way the history on the charts, predict that it will, I think we could see a $2,500 to $3,000 Litecoin. That's a prediction based off, Bitcoin's charts and where I think Bitcoin will go, but that's my opinion. I think that's where it'll go. So, Litecoin, I think it's one of the original cryptocurrencies. It's got a good community around it. It's a good, network, low fees, relatively low fees, fast transaction times, and, it's still a POW coin. So we'll have to see what will happen with that, but its circulating supply is getting closer to being equal to the max supply. We're 66 million coins, and we only have 84 max supply. And you got to think that probably depending on how many are lost in dust, lost wallets, stuff like that, there might only be 55 or 60 million coins out there that are actually usable, and there might be another 10 or 15 million coins that are sitting in wallets that aren't lost but are maybe forgotten about or something like that. So you got to think about things like that. So Low Roller said QTUM is an old coin. It can go 10x since it didn't hit all-time high, and that's a really good point as well. Ethereum, Litecoin, those coins only touched their all-time highs and just crossed them a little bit. And I don't know much about the QTUM coin, but it sounds like it did something very similar. Maybe didn't even hit it at all. So it's definitely something that, we're going to have to wait and see what happens, but I think all these coins have a really good potential of going up in the long run, assuming that Bitcoin and the rest of the market does what it's anticipated to do, or even if Bitcoin doesn't do what it's, anticipated to do, and it hits, we get that altcoin season, we could easily still see, I think a conservative estimate on Litecoin would be $1,000, but that's just my guess. So, Jackson, you said, I like SHI, but there's just no guaranteed burn. And, that's a really good point. There is no guaranteed burn. And a lot of people, you might use that as a reason why you say, I'm not going to invest in it. That 100% makes sense to me. And I don't blame you at all for saying, I don't want to invest in it because there isn't a guaranteed burn. There's a huge circulating supply. Like I said, everybody invests in different coins for different reasons. But, that's a really good point. So looks like we've got 10 people here. So again, if you guys have anything you want to talk about in the stream, definitely let me know in the live chat. I'm more than happy so far. We've been able to get to everybody's chats here. And then, as always, we do have the channel memberships if you're looking to support the channel further. We also have the super chats here in the live stream. So if you're looking to have, a message put up and support the channel a little bit further, definitely check those out. Any support is greatly appreciated. So, Low Roller, you said NFT games, crypto, you can make a lot of money. It could be the next Axis Infinity. That is very true. I've been getting more into the gaming side of cryptocurrency with things like the Roller Coin, and I have a video coming tomorrow about Contract Miner, which is another game type of cloud mining site. I haven't done much with the NFT games, or I looked into Axis Infinity. I was gonna do some videos on it, but then I didn't. I ultimately decided not to, because there were you had to have the MetaMask wallet and the Ethereum fees and all that, and I've had some friends have really bad experiences where they lost a pretty good amount of money doing things like that on the Ethereum network, and it wasn't, from what I heard, it was not their fault. It was more of the Ethereum network being too busy right now, and the fees, transactions not getting confirmed, even with a good amount of fees being sent out of MetaMask. So I ultimately decided not to do it that way. That was my decision, but, it is what it is. But Low Roller, you said CNBC keeps mentioning Litecoin in CNBC, but it's still under 200. That's a good point as well. The more mass media adoption that we see, that's gonna get more news and more new people into crypto and coins, that are out there right now. So, the more that we see that, if Bitcoin starts going up again, ultimately some money is going to trickle down through the altcoins. And, we're going to start to see, if Litecoin really starts, kicking it into high gear here, and we start seeing, 186, 286, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we're going to see Litecoin in the headlines of, CNN, CNBC, the financial news outlets as well. So, and that just gets more, new people say, hey, this is doing really good. There's a lot of people making money with it. I'll throw $100 in. And if, 10,000 people do that, we get a lot of new money in Litecoins. So, and that goes for any coin too. And then Mike, nice to see you here, said, hey, thanks for the stream. No problem. Glad you were able to make it. And, we've kind of had people going in and out today. We've started with, first few minutes was just me and one other guy in here. It was Hamza was in here with me at the beginning for a little while, and then we got some people in. But nice to see you here. So Low Roller said IOTX is NFT games. It could be the next Axis Infinity since it's under 10 cents. You look at the IOTX chart. All right, here it is. So IOTEX. So, oh yeah, it really shot up here to, where it's at now, the 9-cent range. Last time it was up in that area. That's a new all-time high for it, but, it was right around 5 cents. So, yeah, this could be a good one as well. I don't know anything about it, but building the connected world, IoT is Internet of Things. So, yeah, the IEEE standard, CES, those are some big names here. Obviously you can always just throw a logo on a website. You have no idea, unless they have a way to prove it. But yeah, so it's Coinbase Pro, so definitely, something new to look at. But definitely, cool. And like you said, it could be the next Axis Infinity since it's still under 10 cents. This could be a good coin to hop in on if it's gonna, keep progressing like this. And like you said, a good perk is that it did just get added on Coinbase Pro. So, like I said, don't base your whole investment off that, but it's definitely a perk if you're looking to invest in new coins. And 66, no problem. If you have any other questions, I'm glad I was able to help you with, Litecoin and Shiba. If you have any other coins you want to hear about, definitely let me know. So far it hasn't been too crazy in the chat, so we can always get to it. But and Low Roller was just reminding me about the OITX or IOTX, but Mike said, did you look at the BTC chart analysis already? If yes, I'll just rewind and watch. No, I have not taken a look at the Trading View chart here, but we can real quick here. All right, so I think last week we kind of talked about our supports, which seem to be right about, we'll kind of make that as straight as possible there. It looks like we did break through this support back in the end of July, and this is on the day chart as well. We can even move down to like the 4-hour chart. So kind of scrolling out here, you can see broke through that a little bit for a few hours back in July on the 20th, but then did ultimately end up closing that day, going back through here. And you can see that we've got a pretty good trajectory here for Bitcoin to be going up. The lower support seems to be right where we're bouncing off of. Let's scroll over a little bit here. Staying on this, our support seems to have moved up a little bit. We were going up, kind of coming back down and touching this line here, which is where our support was going to be as this ride went up here. But what we're hopefully seeing here, we saw this, fall down here. I'm hoping that we saw a shift here to, this kind of range here. So we're getting an even faster trajectory up. Now, this area in between here, this kind of gap here, that could change over time. It could, hopefully kind of go more of this line here. Even though that's a slower trajectory, it's nice to see it kind of go up at a slower trajectory. But, that upward motion to that area is what we'd like to, see. But kind of going over to here, seeing this kind of trend of, up in this way, you saw we're kind of got this line, this gap here is what we're going to be bouncing between. We broke through this ceiling a little bit, but more or less kind of stayed along that pattern. So overall, it's looking pretty good. I think we've kind of got this new support line. I would say this 37,000 area is going to be the new support from this one down here at the 29,000 area, which, the 30 to 30,000, is 30 to 32,000, sorry. But that's kind of what we're looking at right now is this trajectory up, and I hope we kind of stick with this one here, meaning we will probably come back down to the, 45,000 range at some point. If I had to predict, that would be my guess, but maybe I'll be wrong and it will stay along this newer line here. So we'll just have to see what happens. But let's see here, just to keep it moving here, just to see some new chats come in. And like I said, if you did want to make sure your chat gets seen, definitely check out those super chats there. But let's see here. Low Roller, you said you heard Banana Coin turned into scam crypto faucets. No, I did not hear about that one. Let's see. Banana Coin. Ethereum token was sold to raise funds for the banana plantation in Laos. The coin was conceived to expand cultivation. Tokens were priced at 50 cents and sold at 25. Yeah, no, I was not familiar with this one. I actually don't know much about it here. I've never heard of it. So, well, 280, I don't know. This has got to be a different one. But, yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see a lot more coins that, turn into scams. And again, that's a kind of like a quote-unquote scam where maybe it wasn't initially meant to be a scam, but it ended up turning into a scam because the team either lost interest or it didn't, stick with the idea and the white paper and the plan. So, I think it's going to turn into a scam where, you may have lost money in it, but it was never really meant to be a scam. But, faucets and stuff like that, with that kind of area, I think for it to be considered a scam, they would have had to steal money. So like a cloud mining scam is a site that, advertises cloud mining and then ends up closing and just taking your investment. Whereas if a faucet closes down, I wouldn't really consider that a scam. Yeah, you lost a little bit of time, but as long as you didn't invest, you didn't really lose much. So, that's my thoughts on it, but hey, I guess it depends on what your definition of scam is. But Mike said, nice to see you as well. Crypto's doing just fine. Yeah, definitely nice to see it going up here. But Low Roller, you said Telcoin, pumped harder than Dogecoin. I heard about it. Look at that chart history. Definitely take a look at that here, because I always find it interesting. Dogecoin went way higher than anyone ever thought it would. I don't think there was anybody out there that said, Dogecoin's the coin that's going to go to, 75 cents after being less than a penny for most of its life. But yeah, so even looking in December, wow, that was low. Dogecoin was like a tenth of a cent, and where did that go? All the way up to, 50 cents, 5 cents here. So yeah, I mean, it definitely had a good run here. This could be another good one to invest in. It's only 2 cents right now, just under 2 cents. So if you're looking for a coin that's got a little bit more risk, but possibly more reward, I think that's definitely something to keep an eye on as well, because, these coins that are priced on the lower end is, definitely something to keep an eye on. It's definitely more risk, but that's something you got to take into account. So, Mike, you said... let's see here, Mike. I missed what you said about Litecoin. Did you say $1,000 conservative estimate? Yes, that is what I said for Litecoin. I think, with where everything is going right now, we are starting to see Bitcoin break out and go towards, those highs again, like I've talked about here on the channel. I think if it continues on that trajectory, a conservative estimate would be $1,000 for Litecoin. That's, if Bitcoin hits its 64,000 all-time high, it breaks through it and keeps going. Now, if that doesn't happen, I think if we get an alt season, again, $1,000 would be, right around where I think Litecoin would end up. If Bitcoin, really went on another strong bull run where, we blew through 64,000, past 100,000, 150, 200,000, wherever it ended up, if it did that, I think 2,500 to 3,000 for Litecoin, or possibly higher. If cryptocurrency is just getting a ton of new money into it, there's no reason that, it can't go up even higher. So, that's my thoughts on it. But yeah, I would say conservative is $1,000. I think easily 500, but conservative estimate of 1,000. Hamza said looking for a dip to buy some Litecoins, at least 10. Hey, depending on what you think is going to happen, unfortunately, the dip might be over. If, this might have been the opportunity down here at 120. But, hopefully, for your case, I hope it gets to a level that you're comfortable buying in so you can get in before it goes up. But, hey, you got to take that risk. And, maybe this is the point where you got to think, is it the right time to buy? Because, the dip is, as long as it's... the price is higher than what you paid, technically you bought in the dip. So I guess that's, what you got to look at it as. But Banana Coin is like Roller Coin. It's not a cryptocurrency. Oh, okay. They were at 0.002 and then jumped to 6 cents on Telcoin. So yeah, Telcoin have more zero than Doge. Yeah, so that was the thing, was it was a lot cheaper to start out with. Dogecoin at the beginning of this year was right around a tenth of a penny, and then really started jumping up towards the 1 cent, 2 cent range and really took off. And I remember when it first started going like crazy, Dogecoin jumped up to about 8 cents. And I remember watching, I was like, oh my goodness, how is this happening? I thought it was crazy. And then it fell back down to about 4 cents. And I thought, I think I need to buy some Dogecoin. I think it might be the right move. And I remember I bought, I don't remember how much it was, maybe a couple thousand at 4 cents a coin. I thought, this is crazy. Why am I paying 4 cents for Dogecoin? Ultimately, it was the right decision. I still have them. I didn't sell them. I'm still holding them, but, it's 30 cents now. So, paying 4 cents for it, even if I was to sell it at 30 cents, that's a very good return. So, but, hey, it is what it is. And, buying Telcoin now could still be something like, Dogecoin, where Dogecoin continues going up and gets higher than anyone ever thought it would. But, Mike, you said, wow, if Litecoin goes to 2,500, where do you think ETH would be? Again, with how many ETH are being burned right now, taking a look here at the EIP 1559 dashboard again, we've burned 41,000 Ethereum. The largest burn was 49 Ethereum. That's a huge amount of Ethereum being burned. So with that being burned, if crypto prices keep going up again, I think we could easily see 10,000 to 15,000 Ethereum. Again, there would have to be a lot of new money coming into crypto. And, with that being said, we would have to see, a lot of new news and new people in crypto, because with where we're at now, yes, there's a lot of people that are very passionate about crypto, but they might not be willing, might not want to, or might not even have the ability to continue putting new money into crypto. It's just going to be what they already have in crypto. So ultimately, this price increase is going to be dependent on if we can get new people and new money into cryptocurrency. So, and I think that will happen if we start to see, the current market go up. We'll get that news coverage again. We'll get the new people kind of, experimenting with it, saying, hey, I see all these people on YouTube and Reddit and the news and stuff making all this money in, in Dogecoin, in Ethereum, in Litecoin, in Shiba. All of this money is being made. I want to get in on it. I've got, $100. I've got $1,000 I'm willing to risk, wherever they're at. But, that's all new money coming in. And, you multiply $100 again by, maybe 10,000 around the world in a day that see a news article and think, man, I should invest $100. That's a ton of money that just came into crypto. So, definitely when you look at it like that, it's definitely possible. But, Low Roller, you said, I was expecting Dogecoin to tank under 1 cent. I have seen Dogecoin reach all-time highs, then drop under 1 cent. It never happened. Hey, I also, at one point, I would have agreed with you. At this point, I don't think it's going to go back below unless there's a huge crypto fallout, altogether. Bitcoin back below, 10,000, Ethereum below 1,000, stuff like that. I don't think we'll see Dogecoin that low again. But hey, it is what it is. And, I think Dogecoin's got a lot of potential in it, as people continue to, invest in it and learn about it. So it's definitely, definitely something to keep in mind, as we move forward in the current crypto market. And then Lower, you said I was following Dogecoin history. So, yeah, I mean, hey, the history's, never 100% accurate, and, you run into that sometimes, and, it's a good way of making predictions, but I wouldn't bet your life savings based off of just crypto history. Mike, you said, I can't even imagine how much wealth has been distributed by faucets over the years if people had held on to their claimed crypto. That's a really good point, because I know when Bitcoin was new, there was a faucet that would give out, I think it was 5 Bitcoin every 15 minutes. If you had claimed on that for 24 hours straight for 1 day and never missed a claim and then never used the site again, you could probably retire right now from whatever you're doing. 5 Bitcoin every 15 minutes, 20 Bitcoin an hour. 20 times 47,000 is quite a bit, even if you did it for 1 hour. So definitely crazy. That's a really interesting one to think about. But a lot of people got in. Low Roller said a lot of people got scared on cryptocurrency. Everyone lost money since they bought at the wrong time. That's unfortunately that's part of it. You buy at the wrong time. You might miss out on some profits, or you might lose money. And in my opinion, with that, just hold on to it. We've seen Dogecoin up at 30. It's at 30 cents. We've seen it up at 75 cents. Think about it like this: Bitcoin hit $20,000 in 2017, 2018, that time frame. And then it fell down, and you saw a news article after analyst description after YouTube video saying Bitcoin will never go that high again. It hit its peak. It's never going to go that high again. Look at where we're at now. You see it right now. Dogecoin's never going to go back to 75 cents. Dogecoin will never, all this and this. It did it once before. Why can't it do it again? That's, that's the end line. It's now been shown that it's possible. Back in January, if you had said Dogecoin's never going to hit 75 cents, I probably would have said, yeah, I 100% agree with you. Dogecoin will never hit 75 cents. But now that it's done it, why can't it do it again? That's, that's how I look at it. And that's, back when I was, still fairly new in cryptocurrency, didn't know much about, what caused prices. It was more just how to make money back in 2017. I thought, why are people saying that Bitcoin's never going to hit 20,000 again? It did it before. Why can't it do it again? And, the more scarce that Bitcoin gets, the more people are going to pay for it. So, and then Low Roller said, wow, Dogecoin, yeah, it did actually just cross 30 cents in the stream here. I was watching it, kind of, I don't know how to make it, I don't think it'll make itself bigger without zooming in, but yeah, well, let's do this. Dogecoin Robinhood. Just for fun, we'll do this. Let's see, I know there's a live one. Yeah, so we'll just have it do that. Just kind of watch it tick here when we're, talking. But, Mike, you said, have I looked at the BTC stock to flow model? I am not sure which model that is there. I don't know if that's something that's on, like CoinMarketCap here. I know we just pulled that up, but I'm not sure which one that is. Let's see. Market cap, trading view. Oh, that's kind of cool. They have trading view right in the thing here. Well, it doesn't seem to want to work, but they have it. Let's see here. BTC stock to flow model. Let me just copy that so it's a little quicker. All right. So let's see. What are we looking at here? Stock to flow 10 days, foreign price at the end of the day. Okay, yes, he said just Google it. So yeah, I've got it here. I guess I just need to note this page is inspired, but modeling's Bitcoin value with scarcity. Okay, so how many Bitcoins are being, or I guess this is in dollars, how many dollars are being traded for how many Bitcoin days until the next halving. So, okay, so we got, all right, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'd have to do a little bit more research on it and kind of read up on this chart and everything. Okay, so you said that's it. But, okay, yeah, I mean, definitely price at the end of the day, stock to flow. So, yeah, definitely really kind of interesting, days until halving. We see closer to the 1,400 range, as, a lot more people were buying it right after the halving in, back in 2020 here. And then, it kind of slows down a little bit. Or I'm sorry, it kind of, goes down towards the closer the halving, and then it's a log chart price versus the year. So yeah, definitely kind of interesting. I'll have to do a little bit more research, learn about this chart specifically a little more, and then kind of go from there. But yeah, no, I mean, hey, I appreciate it, and like I said, it's always interesting to hear what the viewers on the channel want to talk about and see, because I always learn stuff. It's impossible to know everything about cryptocurrency, and that's why talking to people in crypto and learning about what they're interested in and what they look at and how they make decisions is always a good idea. But Low Roller, going back up to your comment here, you said, I was expecting Dogecoin to reach 25 cents in 2021 when the cycle was over. But, hey, maybe it will, reach, $1.25 in 2021. But, hey, who knows? And then Low Roller said here, a lot of OG coins didn't reach all-time highs yet. Dash, Monero, Dash, again, XVG, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, and Bitcoin SV. That's very true. That would be, I think we can see a lot of the original coins, like the ones that Low Roller just listed there, hitting new highs, hitting their old highs and going through and hitting new ones, especially when the altcoin season gets here, which might not be for a little while, depending on, just how it goes. But, I think there's a lot of money to be made in the altcoins. Of course, I like Bitcoin and Ethereum and stuff like that, but, they've already done quite a bit. Bitcoin, you'd have to have a lot of money to invest for it to make a big difference. Even if it doubled, if you had half a Bitcoin, you're only making, about whatever the Bitcoin was worth originally. So, it's, you gotta look at it like that. And the coins that are cheaper are the ones that, you can invest the same amount of money and get multiple coins. And that way, if it, doubles, triples, you're making more. So, definitely, something you got to come up with on your own, as in, a lot of cryptocurrency. But Low roller, I don't have any Ethereum Classic. I think it has the potential to reach $1,000, you know, especially with Ethereum 2.0 coming out, but I don't own any currently. Low roller, you said we don't have Dogecoin influences in 2017. Now a lot of promoters selling their own merchandise. Yeah, there's a lot of you know, people on YouTube I know specifically that focus on you know, Dogecoin specifically. You know, I like to show everything in crypto. You know, of course, the channel here is called Bitcoin Tips. So, you know, obviously Bitcoin, but, you know, it's more cryptocurrency related now. You know, back when it originally started on the old channel was mostly Bitcoin related. You know, and over the years, as more cryptos came out, more ways to make money came out, you know, I expanded a little bit, and it's more of a crypto tips channel. But, you know, definitely still nice to see Dogecoin getting a lot more promotion and stuff like that. But, Mike, you said, are you planning to sell crypto in the next bull run? Do you have any price targets? Short answer is yes. I would like to take some profits. Really, for me in crypto, since I started back in 2016, I would say I've taken no profits. I've never sold any cryptocurrency and just gotten cash for it, or fiat currency, however you want to say it. What I have bought some stuff, you know, I built my mining rig using money from crypto. So if you count that as taking profits, then I've done that. You know, I bought a few, you know, little things for myself using cryptocurrency, but I never just, you know, withdrew it into the bank and, you know, used it, you know, for whatever, you know. So I would say yes, I would. Price targets, I don't know. You know, I still have my Dogecoin. I think if Dogecoin went back up to 75 cents or near that, I would definitely sell some of it, not all of it. You know, I might take some profits out of there. You know, Bitcoin, probably wouldn't sell too much of that. Maybe some Litecoin. And then I do have Shiba Inu. If Shiba did go up, I would sell that one too. You know, it's just kind of those kind of coins. But I wouldn't sell everything. You know, I'd like to have some just to say, you know, I have it. And, you know, if it continues going up, I would, you know, sell. And, you know, the way you got to look at it is come up with a price target. If it hits that, sell. If it keeps going up, choose another portion of your crypto that you're willing to part with and sell at the next price level, and just, you know, as it keeps going up, keep selling. You know, if you're up an amount of money that, you know, would make a big impact in your life, you know, there's no shame in selling some, or, you know, selling all of it. But hey, you know, everyone's got to make that decision for themselves, where they want to sell and if they want to sell and how much they want to sell. So Low Roller said, what's your price prediction for BTT at the end of the year? Peaked at 1.6 cents. Again, if everything keeps going, I think we could see maybe 5 to 10 cents. You know, I say that hesitantly. You know, I'm not too sure on that one. You know, again, like Dogecoin, I think it could, you know, have one of those, you know, more meteoric rises where it, you know, gets up to 15, 20, 30 cents. But, you know, they've got a good use behind them and all that, good team, more use case than Dogecoin, I would say. You know, at the time, you know, maybe Dogecoin's got more use case now, but, you know, I think that coin doesn't have as much media coverage or the meme community behind it. So I would say, you know, we could probably see 5 to 10 cents on it, maybe 15 to 20. But conservative 5 to 10, I would say. And then Tron didn't reach its all-time high yet either. So, yeah, we talked about Tron at the beginning of the stream here. You know, a lot of those original coins and coins like that, I think, have the potential to, you know, really hit a all-time high and then go through and hit new, you know, bigger highs here in the future. So, you know, that's kind of my thoughts on it. But, yeah, so other than that, I'm probably going to get ready to wrap up the stream here. You know, we've been going for about an hour, so I got to work on the video for tomorrow, which, like I said, make sure you're subscribed for that. It's going over the contract miner cloud mining game, so make sure you check that out tomorrow when it goes live in the morning. But Low Roy, you said Dogecoin all-time high will be $1. Hey, I hope you're right. And I heard Tron and BTT jumping in on NFT gains, and yeah, the Tron and BTT network has got a lot of potential. Holding either Tron or BTT or both, I think, is a really good investment strategy. So, you know, either one of those coins has a lot of potential. Both of them do. So, you know, definitely make sure you've got those. But other than that, I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. If you did, make sure to be subscribed. And, you know, we try and do, oh, Mike, nice to see you here, Mike. You know, definitely having two mics here now, but, you know, nice to see you here. But if you have any questions, you know, I can stay on here for a little bit longer, you know, no rush to end, but definitely, Laura, you said, am I going to live stream tomorrow? I wasn't planning to, but if I, you know, get the time, I can. I don't know if, you know, if everyone would be interested in another live stream. I can if you guys want, but I wasn't really, you know, planning to. So, but yeah, if you're looking for 2 live streams a week, I can try and make that a possibility here, just to kind of talk about it and all of that. But, you know, talk about crypto. And you know, we've gotten a consistent, you know, between 5 and 10 viewers here tonight, and the last stream was pretty popular too. So, you know, as the channel continues to grow in subscribers and viewers and stuff, I think the streams will become more and more populated, and, you know, we can get some new topics and stuff like that in there. So, yeah, I'll think about doing a stream tomorrow if I get the time, but other than that, I'm going to end this one for the night. Okay, so Mike said stream tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see if we can fit in a stream tomorrow night. So I'll try and schedule it a little bit in advance so you guys can, you know, get the notification and everything. If you've got that little notification turned on for the channel, you should get a notification when I go live. But other than that, thank you so much for joining for tonight's stream, and maybe we'll see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, I'll keep that in mind. But other than that, thanks for showing up tonight, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.